So next up we're going to look at the pollen filter change, aka the cabin filter. And on most Audi models, most common Audi models, the filter itself is actually located in this this box at the rear here, kind of underneath the tucked away underneath the windscreen here. So what you've got to do is you've got to remove the Scuttle tray, which is the plastic kind of panel that sits over the top here. I've already filmed a video on how to do that. You can remove that in 2 or 3 minutes. Really simple. If you're unsure on how to do that, I've got a link for you. Go down, check that out, get that removed. And then once you're at this stage, what we're going to do is we're going to look at accessing this box and changing the filter over. So first things first, we've got this pipe, which is kind of the breather pipe for the battery. You can see it sits in the side of the battery there. It goes down, disappears in behind the wing. It's held in with a couple of metal clips. So what we're going to do is just carefully unclip these 2 clips, like so. And then when you're removing the lid, that we're going to be doing in a minute, you've kind of got to be careful that you're not putting undue stress on this. The end that you don't want to pull, this end's fine. If you pull that end accidentally, it will just pop out of the side of the battery. You can just push it back in. The end that you don't really want to be pulling too hard on is the end that actually goes down into the wheel arch area down there. So be careful when we lift the lid of this breather pipe. So we've got 2 little plastic clips on the front that are holding this in. If you push it back, that will allow you to lift the front of the lid like so. And what you can do, again, you've got to be careful of the electrical connector for the battery here. Just kind of squeezes past it. You try and keep it quite low and just keep drawing it forward. Keep your eye on the breather pipe as well. Here it comes. Okay. There we go. So there's a few things to kind of balance around as you remove it, but just take your time. Like so, that lid will come out, and then what you're left with is the old filter there. Now to remove the filter, you just want to grab one of the fins, lift the front edge up, and you can see here, it's quite an important thing. Hopefully your one will show this as well, but it shows where the direction of the airflow. We've got this little arrow here, clearly says airflow, and it's got the arrow pointing downwards. It's because the filter is more effective in one direction than the other. So obviously what we're doing is we're drawing air in through the top, and it's going in to the cabin. So in this instance, the arrow should be pointing down. So when you come to fit your replacement, obviously if you're fitting a genuine Audi VW one like we are here, it will say this on the side, but it might say it on the on one of the other sides, or it might say it on the packaging. But yeah, be sure to put it in the right way, because it likely is directional. So we'll continue to get this out. Again, just be careful of this breather pipe. Got some damage to this one, as you can see. But that is that's the pollen filter there removed. So with that out of the way, that'll go away to be disposed of, and we'll refit the new filter. So again, as I mentioned before, you want to check out the direction that it says for the airflow. Make sure you fit that with the arrow pointing downwards. Like we're fitting kind of any filter, once you've got it in, you want to have a good feel around the edges, make sure it feels like it's seated correctly, and when you're happy, that one's good, we can look at popping the lid back on. If you want to make it reinstallation a little bit easier, as I said before, you can just pop that out the side of the battery. That just literally snaps in. You can kind of put that to one side, give you a little bit more access. They tend to be a little bit harder to put back in than they are to remove. There you go, seems to have slotted into place quite nicely there. So I'm just going to snap these front clips back in, like so. Yeah, it feels pretty good. So with that done, what we'll do, I'm just going to pop this back into the side of the battery, the little breather pipe, and clip the 2 metal clips back in, and that's it. That's the pollen filter done.